Let's cross over to Port Harcourt and speak to political scientist and public affairs analyst Fyneface Dumnamene. Fyneface, good to see you and thanks for your time. Now, let us understand the dynamics that is at play at the moment. Two key things, or rather three key things have happened today in Rivers State. The presentation of the budget, as well as the demolition of the State Assembly. And also, we also saw the governor send a birthday greetings to the FCT minister. How does all of this go with people of Rivers State where you are at the moment?
Thank you very much for having me on the program. Well, Rivers State is agog. Everybody is like shocked. Everybody is watching because we don't know the next line of action and what will happen. Today has been a very, very much eventful day in the history of the political crisis that we currently have. But then we are trying to see how we can be able to sail through all of this. Because what we currently have is not something we expected to see at this point in time, in Rivers State. So today we have had the demolition of the State Assembly, which to a very large extent, as a political scientist, I wouldn't blame the governor for demolishing the State Assembly, because I know quite well that there was fire incident in that assembly. It was also something they call a bomb explosion in that assembly. But to a very large extent, I believe that the building would have been renovated and used. But maybe experts have said and told the governor that, look, the building's integrity is no longer okay, so we cannot continue using this building and it has to be brought down. And mind you, all of this would not have happened if we have had a situation whereby you do not have fire incident there as a result of plans to impeach the governor. Now, the court-bagged Edison Ehie has taken over as the Speaker of the State Assembly. And now he has declared the seats of the 27 lawmakers vacant by law. And now, having declared those seats vacant, two options are left for the people whose seats have been lost now. Either they go to court or they wait for the next election when INEC will conduct election to, put people on that seat. And then you have the message that is sent by the governor to the FCT minister as a result of his birthday celebration, which I also joined to wish him happy birthday. Now, the point is that he was able to present the 2024 appropriation bill today to the State Assembly of over 800 billion naira. In all of this, it is the people of Rivers State that are suffering. It's the people of Rivers State that are bearing the brunt, starting from the State Assembly that has been brought down. That building is going to cost us a huge amount of money that would have been used for development in Rivers State. And then you look at the incident that has happened in the State Assembly. A lot of people who went there to carry out the impeachment process leading to the crisis that we currently have never consulted with their constituencies, and their constituencies are unhappy. A lot of them have also approached the lawyers to drag them to court to ask some questions. Some of them have even started the process of recalling them. But now their defection has put all those to rest. And now the point is that Rivers State is now in the eyes of the storm for something very bad. We never expected this to happen at this point in time. I knew quite well that the way the election went, how the former governor, Nyesom Wike, assisted and supported Governor Sim to come into office, that one day there may be issues, because we've seen this manifest in Edo State, we've seen it manifest in Anambra State, we've seen something like this in Oyo State. It's not new. But my own shock is that I never knew this was going to happen so soon. And what has happened now, the people are suffering because it's putting Rivers State in a very bad light. And investment cannot come to this kind of states. Yeah, you have political instability. Remember, there is one key thing I just have to mention on what has cost Rivers State as a result of political instability in this state. The Dangote refinery that is being celebrated today, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa and around the world, would have been sited in Rivers State. But because of political instability between 2012 and 2013, that project was moved out away from Rivers State. So a lot of investment that could come to Rivers State cannot come if we have things like
just
this happening.
a minute. Let me jump in so that we can bring you back to the issues at play now. Very quickly, some of the key concerns here, because listening to you to seem as if you're on the side of the governor. In one breath, you're with him, you're okay that the building was brought down, you believe, because of some kind of structural defect. But how do you think, as a close political analyst, do you think that this crisis will ultimately be resolved? Do you see the governor coming out unscathed in this?
Yeah, somehow I see the governor being able to come out because as we speak, at the State Assembly, a lot of issues have been addressed at that level now because with the declaration of the seats of the other 27 lawmakers vacant and demolition of the State Assembly, there is now a kind of relaxation, somehow stability in the Assembly area. Now, what else could possibly happen? Yes, the governor is in the Supreme Court. You know, there could be a decision there that can keep him or remove him. But whatever it is, I believe that at the state level now, henceforth there is going to be some level of stability and governance can now begin because the appropriation bill has been submitted to the State Assembly and been deliberated upon today. I don't know. It has not yet been passed. It has not been assented to. But to an extent, the governance will no longer confront a kind of a standstill that we thought was going to happen before the developing stories that we have today. But in all of this, I think that the tide is a bit down now, and it will continue to be down as from today, although we don't know what is in their plans and what will happen any moment from now. But the point remains that the ordinary people on the street are feeling the impact of this, and everybody wishes that everything goes calm so that people can go about their normal businesses and they are able to not have any threat, because around the assembly area that hosts the police headquarters, you have a lot of people cannot pass there. Security there is very, very tight. You cannot just pass there except you have something very serious to do. And people of Rivers State may have wanted to go to the State Assembly to go to the police headquarters to carry out some business with the police, but they can't go because of the way things are there. And that is why we also have the court. So a lot of impacts are being felt here, and the people are suffering. And I think step needs to be taken for parties to the suit, parties to the the crisis to sheath their sword and be able to calm down to ensure that Rivers State is able to go back into governance. Politics is over. This is the time of governance, and the people are expected to get something from the people that they have elected into office.
And Fyneface, if there's anything about the southern Nigeria, specifically in Rivers State and the riverine area, it's the influence of elders who have a say in how governance and politics is done. So has there been any move from the political leaders in Rivers State to see that the two political leaders, in this case, the former governor and the present governor, sheathe their swords?
Yes, I think so. At the initial stage, the beginning of this crisis, some elders that some say they are PDP elders, some others say they are Rivers elders, actually step into the matter. And they went to Abuja, they visited the FCT minister, and they came back asking the governor to apologize. And the governor, in his wisdom, which to me I wasn't comfortable with, had to apologize when he released the statements, apologizing to Rivers people for the incident that happened. And me, I never see any reason why he should apologize. But he did and said, let peace be given a chance, and that peace is priceless. And we took that. At that stage, we thought that the intervention of those elders at the front line, because there are other elders that we also heard that intervene on the ground that we never knew. But we thought that at that point in time, a lot of things would have been allowed to rest. But that wasn't the case. And the system continued and the crisis continued. So I think that the point it is now is no longer at that point whereby you can have Rivers elders to intervene. I believe that the point that the crisis has gotten to now, everything has shifted from the hands of the elders, from the hands of the party leaders, and from the hands of even those who have influence over the major parties to this crisis. Everything now seems to have moved to the courtroom.
All right, okay. I think that's a fine place for us to leave it. I'd like to thank you for your time. Fyneface, many thanks for speaking with us tonight on Newsnight.